internet. So I recently did a video talking about paleo and discussing why I eat paleo, what it is, etc, etc. And I also wanted to do a video of the kind of meals that I eat with paleo, or just a few of my favorite ones, to kind of give you guys a better idea of how easy it is and what it kind of involves. I will just say that personally my family do eat dairy. A lot of paleo people don't, and a lot of people will say that that isn't paleo, and that's fine. We try to be paleo based, but we do, yeah, decide to eat dairy sometimes. Most of these meals that I do talk about, if they do have dairy in, you can just not add that in if you don't want to eat dairy, and that's totally fine. So these are some of my favorite paleo meals that I love making and that I have quite often. Hope you enjoy. So I'm making a pretty weird breakfast this morning. I've got some grated turmeric and coconut oil. I'm going to add garlic. Basically I have a cold and I just need to get rid of it, or I'm getting a cold again. So garlic and turmeric are obviously really good for cold and flu. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory and it's so good for you. Then this is the weird part. This is leftover shepherd's pie that my dad made, just the sauce part. Completely paleo ingredients, veg in there, mushrooms, carrot, peas, and just kind of like tomatoey base. Broccoli, which again, it's a breakfast bowl, so I know it's weird, but trust me, it's so amazing. This is just leftover broccoli heated up, mashed, just steamed originally. I have half an avocado. Even just looking at it, I know it's weird. I know I'm weird. And then I'm gonna do kale and spinach in this, and I'm gonna do some poached eggs and put them on top. I'm making a stir fry, paleo stir fry that I make quite a bit. So I got zucchini, spring onions, and red and green peppers, broccoli, and red onion. And then whatever's available in the supermarket, I usually get like a kale slaw or stir fry veg mix. Always add a shit ton of garlic as well. I chop up and boil some sweet potato. I got chicken thighs. I do them in batches because otherwise you can't fit it all in the pan. And I have just seasoned it with this salt, pepper, and garlic powder my dad makes. I'm gonna cook that in this frying pan, brown all the chicken. This is my sweet potato I've just boiled so that it's soft. And then I will do all my veggies and then add the chicken and sweet potato into my new wok. I am cooking with coconut oil because that's the best one and that's what we like to use. So I got broccoli, zucchini, red and green capsicum, some onion, garlic, chili, with some bone broth, turmeric, some grated ginger, some sweet paprika, and a little bit of coconut aminos. Gonna do the veg first, then add in the sweet potato and the chicken. Doing it in 2 batches, so half of everything in the first batch, then obviously the other half in the next batch. So today I'm making a paleo aioli. You can make this just as mayo without the garlic, but I'm gonna show you how to make aioli because that's what I usually make. So you're just gonna need extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, a lemon, only probably half, 3 eggs, and you only use the yolks, a tablespoon of mustard, and a bulb of garlic. And I use one of these stick food processor things. They're much easier to do this with, so if you have one, cool, and if you don't, maybe invest in one. They're not too expensive. So I'm gonna get this bulb of garlic and I'm just gonna kind of cut the top, all the tops off, but so it stays in a bulb, if that makes sense. Yeah. So then you got it like that. Now I've got it in a roasting tin and I'm just going to pour some olive oil over it. Then you're gonna wrap it like in the foil like that, and let it roast in the oven until the garlic is mushy. You can kind of check by poking it. Yes, I'm opening the oven with my foot right now. Okay, so you know they're ready. You can see like how it's really mushy and it's all kind of started rising out. So that's ready. So I'm gonna let that cool, and once it's cool, I will add it to my marinade. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is separate the egg yolks from the whites. I just do this over a little mug, and later my dog eats egg whites. He loves them. I'm not the best at this, as you can probably tell. Okay, my egg yolks are in there. I'm now gonna pop about a tablespoon of the Dijon mustard in there. I'm then going to squeeze half a lemon in there. You can also use apple cider vinegar. I just prefer to use lemon. Okay, so then all I have in there is the lemon juice, the mustard, and the egg yolk. I'm then gonna pour oil into it. Okay, got a professional angle here. Okay, so now I'm gonna pour the oil on top. The reason you want the oil on top is because when you zhuzh it, you're zhuzhing the stuff at the bottom first, and then the oil will slowly like go down to it. That's what my dad taught me anyway. So I'm literally gonna put a shit ton of oil in. Like probably to there. Okay, so this is the complicated bit. You wanna get the stick thing all the way to the bottom, like push it down so that it's touching the bottom. You then want to do the fastest setting, and you're gonna go and just do that for like 5 seconds, and then you so slowly start bringing it up, then push it back down. You'll see what I do, but yeah, it's really hard to explain. Okay, so it's a very thick consistency, just like a mayo, and that's what you want. You're gonna very carefully get that out. You're gonna get your cooled down garlic, and you're gonna scrape it in, just like that. Add some salt and pepper as you want. Then I'm gonna get my stick again, push that down, and zhuzh away. And that is my paleo aioli recipe, or more accurately, my dad's that I have stolen. And it's amazing to have with salads. Obviously, if you don't love aioli, you can just not put garlic in it. Just a quick one that I've kind of already made and didn't film. This is my immune boosting smoothie. I always make this when I'm really sick, and I kind of make different variations of it. But the basics of it is I put a bit of ice in here and a bit of water, like you have your max lines on the NutriBullets. So I probably fill the water to here. Then I top it up a little bit to maybe here with apple cider vinegar, which I know seems excessive, but I've got really bad sinus problems, and apple cider vinegar is really good for sinuses, so I try and put a lot in. I then do frozen pineapple. I basically buy a pineapple every month or so, and I cut it up and fill these little bags with about kind of like that much of cubed pineapple, and then I can add them to my smoothies, and it acts as like more ice, so it's cold. I also grate with a cheese grater, so it's thick chunk, turmeric root and ginger, because both of these are obviously really good for you, and ginger especially is really good for fighting colds. I then cut up a whole orange and a whole lemon. I cut off all the skins, take the seeds out, and just do the fleshy bits. Then it's easier to juice, but you can kind of see it's a little bit bitty. It doesn't taste bitty, like you're not drinking chunks, you just gotta kind of keep mixing it and drink it semi-quickly. I also add either spirulina, or today I went with matcha green tea powder because it's all about like antioxidants. And again, I've been reading green tea is one of the best things to help boost your immune system, and that's definitely what I'm after. So I've put that in there so it's a nice light green color. And then yeah, I just top it up to the max line with water, and I blend it all together. So I've got spring onions and some capsicum diced up, or red peppers if you're American or English. So I put a little bit of coconut oil into my pan and chuck them in. Right, while they are browning, I'm gonna crack 12 eggs into this bowl with a dash of milk. I use lactose-free milk. You can use almond milk, you can use cream, you can use whatever you want to eat. And then I'm going to grate a tiny bit of cheese into it as well. Obviously you don't have to do this part. Then I'm going to cook some bacon. You can do chicken or you can do something vegetarian, it's up to you. Just whisk the eggs with my milk, added some salt and pepper. I'm just going to grate the cheese in and stir it around. I'm not going to do too much. So then I've just chopped up the bacon and added it into the spring onions and capsicum. I've grated my cheese into my egg and milk batter. I'm gonna mix the two together and then I'm gonna pour them into these little cupcake things. You can do one big kind of like a cake frittata, but I like to do little muffins so that I can take them to uni and just have it as like a quick breakfast and stuff. So I've ended up doing 12, which is great. And I put them on this tray because they're really floppy, so hopefully that'll be fine. I'm gonna put them in my oven for about 15 minutes and then check on them. Wow, so they came out so like puffed up, but I'm actually totally fine with it. I think they'll probably sink. They usually sink back to normal. And if not, I just have a massive fucking frittata, so it'll be sick. I'm just gonna poke a little hole in like the biggest one, and it's come out clean, so we're all good. They look good, they smell good. So salad, you don't make friends with salad, right? I start with cos lettuce. I like cos because it's crunchy, so it adds a bit, I guess, of texture to the salad. It makes it a bit more exciting. I also sometimes like to add baby spinach, especially when I've had a cold. It just kind of gives you extra goodness. And then this is flaxseed oil, which is really good for digestion and your skin. I actually learned to do this from YouTuber Sarah's Day, who I really like. She massages it in, and I think also it kind of fills you up a bit more because it's adding like a healthy fat to your salad, which is ideal because then the more healthy fats, the more full you're gonna be, the more it's gonna last you throughout the day. So that's cool. So I've laid all my stuff out like this. I'd also usually do a boiled egg, but I just didn't have time for this one. I mostly always use chicken, so this is roast chicken. I just get a roast chicken from Woolies and that lasts me most of the week, so that's always good to chuck in. Then I've got red capsicum or red peppers if you're from America or UK or whatever. Spring onions, or sometimes I use normal onions, it depends what I have. Cherry tomatoes, I just love them little, and then half an avo, which obviously adds protein. And then I'm just gonna grate a tiny bit of this cheese. I've used feta as well in the past, but today I just felt like cheese. I also add sauerkraut. Obviously this is really good for your gut. I personally don't really want to eat it on its own, so I find when I add it to my salad, I'm still getting it in my diet, but I don't have to like put up with the gross taste. And then my homemade aioli, which you saw me make earlier. Wow, so that looks fucking amazing. Now I'm just gonna mix the mayo in and it's gonna look a lot less appetizing. But yeah, basically salads, like, you can make them interesting and you can make them yum and they don't have to be fucking depressing and boring. Exhibit A. So that has been some of my favorite paleo meals. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every Thursday. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!